NRG Stadium in Houston. Taken in at the 3. Here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be under the command of the former Florida State Seminole, the #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
Throughout his career, few have doubted Jameis Winston's ability to throw the football. The concerns, they've always centered around his accuracy and taking care of it. When he makes good decisions on the field, excellent numbers usually result.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Jameis to throw it. He completes it to Olave. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A game there of 30 big ones. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Winston. Complete to Olave on the out route. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step out and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the 1st down sticks are, and get there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw, Winston. Olave over the middle. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. On 2nd down, Kamara. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And able to work his way down to the 16. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Again, Kamara. And not a whole lot there as he'll get him down at about the 2. 3rd down and goal now, and This Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Alvin Kamara with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive spans 13 plays, and the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This taken in at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. Leading him out, the former Stanford man. At quarterback, it's Davis Mills.
And remember, when he came out of college, he left early, so a lot of people weren't really paying attention to this young man, but he was entrusted with a leadership role early in his NFL career and didn't shy away from it. His goal, continue to prove that there should have been one more quarterback that went in the first round of the 2021 draft.
1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans. At their own 27. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 29, Mills. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. To throw, Mills. And that is incomplete. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. This is fielded at the 27. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Winston. Escaping the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And they came into play here off 2 straight victories. They're back to 500 on the year. But, Charles, is this little mini run coming too late to salvage their season?
Well, they definitely dug themselves a hole that leaves them needing to play almost perfect football from here on out. But I do believe they think that they've got this thing turned around, and they are capable of doing exactly that.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Mills. Throw left side complete. That's Pierce. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Here's Mills. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Mills finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. Pierce will try to pick it up. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. The Texans at 500, sitting at 5-5. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And they were able to tough it out last week, a close one-score game. And those are the kind of wins that pull you together as a team because everyone gains confidence and they feel like they can continue to get better.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A first down throw for Mills. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mills toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. It's a pickup of 6.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. Mills to throw it. And that's complete to Cooks. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 19. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
We always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Pierce now up the middle. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Second and 8 coming up. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he is going to lose yardage here. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out. Because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
It's caught left side by Cooks. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll run here with Pierce. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. Once more, it's Pierce. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So backed up to the 6 now, 3rd and goal. Throwing, Mills. To Pierce, they set up the screen. Touchdown, Texans! Dameon Pierce, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans are an extra point away from drawing level.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Ryan Succop for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that, amazingly, a 17-play drive. And Dameon Pierce capped things off with a touchdown grab. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Saints again ready to go on offense. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not at all.
Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Winston now from the 50. The pass caught by Olave. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Throwing, Winston. And the pressure gets to him again. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans with the football here late in this first half. And they'll have a little bit of time to work with. 35 seconds until the break. Mills on 1st down. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. And the ball on the 30, here's 2nd and 4. Mills delivers another one to Pierce. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Mills. That's underneath to Pierce. And he is going to have a Texans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Handoff left side, Pierce. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the line. 10. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. From the 6. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half. So
just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Handoff right side to Pierce. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Mills now. And he slings one that's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mills. Over the middle, complete. It's Pierce. Finding room at midfield. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Mills. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Again, it's Mills. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Mills from the gun on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. 4th down, Mills. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Mills. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Mills now going to keep it. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Here's Pierce. He is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Mills. Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. Scoring a touchdown against his former mates. And the Texans have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point put through by Succop, and that makes the score 14-7. So that one a 13-play drive in total, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field and answer the score.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jonathan Bernard able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, never ceases to amaze me just how fast these defensive ends are in the game nowadays. Part of that is what we've seen in college football, where they've gotten smaller and faster on the defensive side of the ball, but they've brought that to the NFL because it is hard for an offensive lineman to keep them away from the quarterback.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Texans to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Around the NFL, 3rd quarter at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And he's got his big tight end here. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. 3rd and short yardage, Mills. Eluding the pressure right. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
2nd and 11. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Jameis now on first down. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. And that last throw, CD, going to move him even further up that all-time passing leaderboard as he just moved beyond Broadway Joe Namath at 27,663 yards.
And that's impressive because Joe Namath, my goodness, he could throw a football. I mean, it was just gorgeous the way he threw it. Rallied his Jets to a Super Bowl win, one of the greatest upsets in NFL history. Broadway Joe, the man.
A give to Kamara running right. A beautiful fake. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Second down, and it's Kamara again. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now Winston. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
That was 4th and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't 4th and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations, 4th and 3, 4th and 4. That's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one. In today's NFL, this is a passing down, all right? This is not a running down. That takes a lot of guts to call that play and even better execution.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, Winston. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a first down.
Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston. Slant pass complete to Olave. And the Saints are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Now comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Mills now looks to throw on 1st down. And this is going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mills going to keep it on the option right. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On 3rd down, here's Mills. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking it about the 36. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a...
And Winston lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. Dancing to his left. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Now Winston. Got an open man. It's Olave. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Winston to throw. Looking long for Thomas. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The target that time, Michael Thomas. But it's going to be 2nd down. Here's Winston. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now we get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Houston's offense taking over again. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Mills back to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Tyler Johnson, the one he was looking for. And that'll make it third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Mills. And he's taken down here by the Saints. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Going for it with Pierce. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Just looking down at this with a naked eye, looks like they have about 1.5 yards. Any chance they go for it here?
There's a chance, but I have to say, punt the ball here. Get rid of this thing and try and help your defense a little bit. I know there's that temptation, and I know people have it on their play sheet. I have that one play that'll get me what I need, but if you don't get it, you pretty much handed the game to the other team.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Winston's throw complete there to Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down. Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 69 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. To throw is Winston. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. From the 44, Winston. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And that is incomplete here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Winston. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Two minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Here's Winston. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough.
Texans 14.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
Oh, the trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel.